Hello and welcome to the 2025 DockDogs World Championships here at the Five Flags Center in Dubuque, Iowa. A couple of things going to be happening tonight here for our Saturday feature finals. We will be starting with our first competition on dock in pool number 1 with Big Air youth handlers. Our youth handlers, anywhere from 7 to 15 years of age. They are going to be able to utilize all 36 feet of the dock here. It's 8 feet wide, 36 feet long, into our 20 by 40, 27,000 gallon pool. And we're going to be utilizing a camera system to judge each and every jump. We're going to dial in each and every jump with our official judge here this weekend, Tristan Martin. He's going to be going frame by frame to let you guys know exactly how far these youth handler Big Air donks jump on dock and pool number 1. Dock and pool number 2, we're going to be kicking off with our Big Air Lap Dogs. Lap Dogs, they have their own special division here in our World Championships. They are 17 inches and lower to the withers. The withers are the shoulder blades of the canine, so special division for our lap dog pups. Back over on dock and pool number 1, our speed retrieve competition. Speed retrieve, the teams are only permitted to use 20 feet of the dock. There's going to be a 3-foot starting box on the dock with lasers that give us a reaction time. As the dog cues on the green, as the lights go from red, yellow to green, green means go, we get a reaction time. It's the reaction, how fast the dog reacts to the green light. So as the teams are on the dock, 20 feet, the first line's at 20, second line. That's right, 20 feet of the dock there, the first line at 20, second line at 23. That is the starting box for speed retrieve. There's 20 feet on the dock. They queue on the green. That's where we obtain the reaction time. After they take off, they jump into the pool, and they have to swim 38 feet from the edge of the dock down to the end of the pool. The further the jump, the faster the swim time here for speed, and the better the score. The last thing for our evening edition here, Saturday night feature finals, is going to be Big Air Tier 1 on dock number 2. Same thing, Big Air is the distance jump. Each team can utilize one toy, one handler, and one dog, and they utilize whatever part of the dock they want. It's 36 feet long and the 40-foot pool. All these scores are being judged electronically with our speed retrieve system and our Big Air scoring system. We're going to be able to tell you guys exactly how fast these dogs are swimming with the reactions and the swim times, and with Big Air, we're going to be able to tell you exactly how far they're jumping. Before we get things started here this evening, if you guys wouldn't mind, gentlemen, remove your caps and please stand and join us in honoring our country, USA, here for our anthem. And please remain standing to honor our neighbors that are also here at the World Championships and also competing in finals, Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you. All right, folks, getting right into things before we get stuff really going here. We're going to start with a very special division here, an exposition honoring some of our dogs that are 12 years and older. These dogs have had an incredible journey all around the country, competing in our DockDogs competition all over the world. They've done a lot of things, a lot of accomplishments. We have our top 6 hero dogs that competed this weekend. The top 6, 12 plus, are going to be competing here for a jump, one each, off of our Big Air dock, and we're going to find out the best, the furthest jumping pup here in our hero division. Our heroes, remember, 12 years and older, and they deserve a lot of recognition, and love to give them a jump here in our hero dog exposition and hero dog parade. So starting things off for us on dock number 2, as the lights come up, we will get dock 2 rolling here with our first hero dog, April Reich and Dylan. Dylan, 13-and-a-half-year-old yellow lab, a rescue dog off of Craigslist. The #1 yellow lab and iron dog in 2016 and 2017 as well. Your #1 hero dog and champion of the Hero Dogs in 2024. Competed over in 100 events since 2013 with big air personal best of 25 feet 2, speed retrieve of a 5.347, extreme vertical of 7.6, and an iron dog of 3,057. Let me hear you guys for April, Reich, and Dylan. We have Tristan Martin topside right now for their jump here in the Hero Dog Exposition. Here comes the 13-and-a-half-year-old Dylan, and he hits the water with a beautiful jump. Laps of water in the pool here. Dylan, what an awesome jump. Great honor to have you guys here at our 2025 DockDogs World Championships here in Dubuque, Iowa. Amazing to see Dylan make his way off the dock there for a beautiful jump. Ten feet 7 inches, 10 feet 7 for Dylan. A solid jump right there in our Hero Dog competition. Top 6 of the Hero Dogs. Let's move to our next pup. Coming up topside right now, a wonderful family couple here that's been in the sport for a long time. Timothy and Melanie Lake in Nala. This is their 10th DockDogs World Championships right here. 2024 first place legend finalist, OG dog of Team Nala, multi-year finalist for Dueling Dogs. Competed in over 150 DockDog events. Personal best in big air of 22 feet 7. Speed retrieve of 6.822. Extreme vertical of 5 feet 2 inches. And an iron dog score of 2,825.19. Ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Lake in Nala. Now, during our competition here, you will see some teams will shorten their dog up. Some teams will take them all the way to the back. It's their choice. They can put their dog wherever they want on the dock, as long as they have one toy, one dog, and one handler. So Nala, beautiful on the dock right now. She's got her wonderful Superfly swimsuit on right now, looking great. Tim Lake giving the signal. Nala pumping on the brakes, all right. And that is okay. Tim's going to pick her up, give her some love. Let's make a little noise here at the Five Flags Center for Nala. Come on, baby. He wants the noise. The Hero Dog Exposition. Here comes Nams. Boom, and she's in the water. Absolute beautiful jump right there for their jump in the Hero Dog Exposition. As we're running it back frame by frame, our camera shooting over 89 frames per second as we go back to back for the jumps here. Getting a mark on the tail set, crossing the plane of the water at 9 feet 4 inches. 9 feet 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Lake and Nala. Honoring these wonderful dogs as they made their journey all across the United States with our DockDogs competition. What a great place to be right here at the Five Flags Center in Dubuque, Iowa for these jumps. Let's move on to our next team, Aaron Bailey and Casco. Casco, absolutely love this dog. Every time I see him, I can't help but to give him some kisses. 12 years old, and he's a crazy pup. Best known for jumping with his lobster toy, which you can see Aaron has right there. We call him Team Rock Lobster. 10th DockDogs World Championships attendee, winning 2nd place in Turbo once, 2nd place in Titan, and 3rd place in Veteran here at our World Championships. So this team's had quite a journey. They've been to many DockDogs World Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Aaron Bailey and Casco. She's got her lobster up there, the floatable, retrievable, non-edible toy. We call this the chase method of retrieval as she makes her way down. He fires off into the pool. What a beautiful jump. It's a Hero Canine, awesome pup right here, Black Lab, Casco. Tristan running it back right there, and I believe unofficially taking over the lead right here, 11 feet 3 inches. On to our next amazing hero dog here in our hero finals. Let's move on to Stacy Hooks and Bean. Bean, the 2023 Big Air Chesapeake Bay Retriever. Also a blood donor rescued and fostered, brother to over 25 dogs over the years, and featured on the Wall Street Journal. Folks, let's make some noise for him. Stacy Hooks and Bean. Part of the Delmarva DockDogs Club. Bean right here, a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. She's going to be utilizing about 24 to 25 feet here, but Bean has still got the pup in him. He's so excited, breaking that sit-stay. The spotlight, the show is on you, Bean. This is your moment, bud. Run hard, jump far, and swim fast. So excited he can barely sit and stay. She's going to wind him back one more time here at the 20-foot mark now. He is so excited, so happy to be here. There he goes. Oh, my goodness. A huge jump for a hero canine right there. The unofficial mark to beat for first place right now is 11:03, 10:07 for second, and 9 feet 4 for third. Running it back with a big jump right here, taking over the lead by a long shot, 13 feet 5 inches. What a beautiful jump right there for Bean, the Chesapeake Bay Retriever, as we move right along here in our Hero Dog Parade. Coming up topside right now, our 2025 Admin of the Year, former Crew Member of the Year for DockDogs Worldwide, Austin. The dad of Cody started it all in DockDogs in 2012. Big Air personal best of 24 feet 7. They've been competing since 2015. Speed Retrieve personal best of a 6.001. EV personal best of 6 feet 2 inches. Retired Iron Dog in 2024. Austin, Laura's best friend, and the entire reason why she is here as one of our 2025 Best Admin of the Year and competitor in this sport is all because of Austin right here, folks. So ladies and gentlemen, make some noise, please, for Laura Artiega in Austin. A big, solid jump coming out of awesome Austin. Very nice looking jump as that team hits the water. Our official judge up here, Tristan Martin, going back frame by frame to find out the official score here. In Austin, Hero Dog Finals, 17 feet 2 inches. Taking the lead here in finals by a long shot. We're going to move down now to our number 1 qualifier. This team has some history here in the sport of DockDogs, folks. Hall of Fame inductee, ESPN's the Michael Jordan of dogs. One of our top-notch competitors right here, holding multiple world records. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the legend right here, Sydney Mackey and Spitfire. Your number 1 Hero Dog qualifier right here, looking to beat 17:02 to take the lead. Now it's held by Laura Artiega and Austin, a 13:05 by Bean and Stacy. Aaron Bailey and Casco with 11:03, 9:04 for Nala and Tim Lake. April Reich and Dylan with a 10:07. Sydney Mackey going for the chase method of retrieval. Spitty's in the water, guys. Let me hear you guys one more time. Make lots of noise here for Sydney Mackey and Spitfire. Spitfire, a multiple winner of a lot of our sports here at the DockDogs World Championships. This is the Hero Dog Parade. I think we're going to give her another throw. What do you guys think here at the Five Flags Center? And our favorite part, Spitty says, oh, I love this dock. I love the World Championships. We get to do it one more time. It's a Hero Dog jump, folks. We want to make sure that she gets a great throw here. Sydney Mackey, Spitfire. The Michael Jordan of DockDogs and ESPN's Michael Jordan right here. And the toy goes up and out again for Spitty. Let's cheer them on, guys. Make some noise for Spitfire. Timothy Lake, ladies and gentlemen, altering the play here. Spitty, guys, let me hear you make these stands electric here. Spitfire! 18 feet 11 inches, 18 feet 11, taking over the leaderboard right there. Sydney Mackey and Spitfire. Down on the center of the floor right here, folks. Your number one hero dog. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear it for Sydney Mackey and Spitfire. And there is your top 6 hero pups for their jump here at the DockDogs 2025 World Championships. But we have plenty of other hero dogs to honor here tonight, folks. So as we have them all lined up at the back of the dock, there are quite a few that we really like to showcase and show you guys. Their wonderful journey all over competing in this sport. Let's go with our first pup coming out here, folks. It is Stanley Lindsay Boersma, a.k.a. Super Stan. 4th place Iron Dog Warrior 2018 World Champion. Big Air 23 foot is their best jump that they've had. PB 23 foot for Big Air, and loves cheering crowds and photographers taking his picture, and he smiles for the camera during his jumps. Folks, big round of applause for Lindsay and Stanley. Our next hero dog, a longtime family member of DockDogs, one of the best manual judges I know, and part of Green Mountain DockDogs. Over 800 entries in his career, 2017 top rank Iron Dog Warrior and 2-time Top Gun Extreme Vertical finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike March and Maverick. And now coming up, offspring of one of the OG lap dogs, Bubbles. 3rd generation dock jumping canine, proud cheerleader enjoying his golden years with Melissa, with a Big Air personal best of 15 feet 3 inches and a speed retrieve personal best of 8.930. Please honor Melissa Ness and Toothless. Look how excited he is down there, the tail wagging, barking at everybody saying, hey, I'm here, I'm having a ball. There's Toothless. The absolute best part of our Saturday night feature finals right here, folks, honoring our hero canines. And now, 13 years, 5 months old, Big Air personal best of 24.3, 2016 5th place Iron Dog Warrior, 2024 2nd place Big Ear Tier 6, and 13 years old. She's still barking loud and having a blast, folks. Sydney and Skeeto Bear. And boy, have I seen this next team travel all over the country. Former president of Chesapeake DockDogs, founding member of All In, Chesapeake DockDogs 2014 Rookie of the Year in Hall of Fame of 2024, 9-time World's Attendance, 3-time finalist. This good-looking girl was cover girl and centerfold for Nova Dog Magazine, featured on the news multiple times, and won a photo contest to get her own greeting card. With personal Big Air best of 27 feet, extreme vertical 7 feet 6 inches, and speed retrieve of 6.139, and a whopping Iron Dog score of 3,025.999. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Foote and Zoe. This wonderful wife there, Jennifer Herbeck. And our next hero pup coming out here, Megan Arp and Monster. We love Little Monster, the 2020 Dialed In Dual World Champion right there, the little guy. Titled in 10 sports with 5 championships. Named due to his size, and it grew into all other ways. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Megan Arp and Monster. Your next hero dog making their way to the floor right here, Carol Preston and Bishop. Team Sheesh. Participated in 12 seasons, 79 events in 23 different states of Canada. Earned 22 World Championship invitations. Inducted into Buckeye DockDogs Hall of Fame in 2018. 2018 and 19 Ontario DockDogs Titan Team of the Year, and 2023 recipient of the Ontario DockDogs Model T Award, celebrating his longevity in the sport. Folks, help me honor Carol Preston and Bishop. And now, turning 13 next week, started in 2014, 7 DockDogs World Championships and 2 DockDog World Championship participant. Belgian Malinois personal best of 6'10", and in extreme vertical speed retrieve of 5.324 and 24.2 in big air. Achieved at 7 years old. His Iron Dog score was 3,015.3. Folks, help me honor Laura Dillon, Pitzer, and Echo. And now on the floor, 14-year-old Ozzy, 14 years old, competed in DockDogs for 10 years, Dueling Dogs for 5, Master, Cadet, Express, Warrior titles, top-ranked Ozzy Big Air 2015 and in 2016, top-ranked Ozzy in Iron Dog in 2016 and 2017, first dog to become a member of the 000 Club in 2015 at an inaugural Dueling Dogs event in Ohio. Folks, help me honor Kristen Holtz and Wicked. And now, coming out, 12 years old, German wired-haired pointer, 2020 Speed Retrieve Turbo Champ, 2016 third place Speed Retrieve Turbo, 2016 top-ranked Extreme Vertical Cadet Team, and 2014 Big Air Junior finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Becky and Jaggard. Wonderful family down there getting a great photo. Absolutely amazing here for our 2025 DockDogs World Championships, our hero dogs. We love all these pups so much. It's just an honor that they are able to join us here at our World Championships. And last but not least, 2022 Dueling Dogs World Champion, finished third 3 times at Worlds, placed first, second, and third at events many, many times over the course of his 10-year career. Retiring at 12 years, 8 months old as of tonight. This is his retirement, folks. Make some noise for Robert Hurley and Buddy Love. And one more hero pup for you guys right here. Longtime competitor. Ooh, many more. Another page here. Let's bring out 11th Worlds competing for this team. Competed in over 70 events. 2-time Class 2 dueling finalist. 3-time Big Air Speed Retrieve finalist. Let's make some noise for Tracy Burlingame and Sugar Beast. 13-and-a-half-year-old pup here. So great to see Sugar Beast out here, guys, at our 2025 DockDogs World Championships. Seen this team all over the country competing in many different events here with this pup. And it's great to have you guys, folks. Tracy Burlingame and Sugar Beast. And coming out now, 77 DockDogs events competed in. That's incredible. 12 straight DockDogs World Championship events. This will be the last one. Inspiration of Oklahoma Thunder Facility, 2025 Event of the Year. Your owner and operators of Oklahoma Thunder Dock Diving, Brian and Sherry Landers, and Thunder. Such an amazing team right there, Thunder. The whole reason why Oklahoma Thunder was even thought about and became a thing. Thunder right there, the whole reason, Oklahoma Thunder. Folks, one more big round of applause right there for Brian and Sherry Landers. And now, 2022 K9 Central Hall of Fame inductee. PBs of 28 feet 2 inches, 6 feet 8 in extreme vertical, Spartan, Top Gun, Super Elite titles, What an amazing team. Please help me, guys, in honoring Morgan Jarvis in Image. 12 and a half years old. (2020) sixth place veteran finalist, your #1 Husky Malinois ranked of all time, 9-time DockDog World Championships, achieved her big air jump at 9 years old for a PB. 9 years old for a PB, that's incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Jones and Arya. Arya, right? All right, our pup coming up now will be 13 in February. Top-ranked hero dog, 2024 top-ranked legend dog, titled in agility, still plays fly ball, and is certified therapy dog. Awesome team right here, folks. Put your hands together for Linda Anderson and Journey. Journey's always one of those amazing dogs you watch in big air, just flying off the end of the dock. So good to have you guys here at our 2025 DockDogs World Championships. Our hero dog expedition well underway. Well, let's move down now to retired this season due to DCM and GDLPP diagnosis. Took last jumps in Canada where they started, and one in U.S. where they ended. 2016 third place junior, 2017 fifth place turbo, with personal best in big air of 21 feet 2, speed retrieve personal best of 6.600, extreme vertical at 6'2", an iron dog at 2,853. Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon Murphy and Luna. A good friend of mine and a longtime competitor, Team Splash Happy. I was there and able to witness the retirement jump here for this pup. Absolutely love this team. Retired on Labor Day in 2025 after 13 seasons, over 100 events, and more than 60 finals. Multi-time top 25 rankings for Big Air, top 5 breed for Dutch Shepherd, more than 24 DockDog World Championship invites, 18 clubs and facilities in 13 states. Personal best in Big Air, 27 feet 1 inch. Speed retrieve, 6.272. Extreme vertical, 7 feet. And an iron dog score of 3,025. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Wheeler and Nerlens. And our last hero dog pup, coming out, started competing in 2014. Super Elite, Nitro, Top Gun, Spartan titles. Big Air personal best of 30 feet 7 inches. Titan Iron Dog World Champion and top Dutch Shepherd. The owner of Jasper's Splash Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, Yvette Montiel in trouble. Folks in the stands, as we have all of our hero dogs lined up here at the front of the dock, please stand. Put your hands together for these teams, guys. A standing ovation for all of our hero dogs at the 2025 DockDogs World Championships. And honoring all of our hero dogs today. We love you. Thank you for everything you've done for DockDogs and all the competitions that you've competed in. Folks, as we get things started right here, 2025 DockDogs World Championships. We're going to be starting here on dock number 1. This division right here, the future of our sport. 7 to 15 years of age, our youth handlers. I'll tell you, these kiddos can out-jump some of the best adults here at our World Championships. Our Big Air youth handler is going to be kicking off here on dock number 1. First up for their first Big Air jump, a male chocolate Labrador Retriever, master titled here in our competition. This is Jasmine King and Loki. Big Air, remember, camera system shooting over 89 frames per second. That camera is dialed into the surface of the water. We utilize a tool that allows us to calibrate this camera. We can click anywhere on the surface and tell you exactly how far it is from the edge of the dock into the pool. We judge all these dogs by the tail set. That is where the base of the tail meets the spine. As soon as that hits the surface of the water, our official judge up here, Tristan Martin from DockDogs Worldwide, is going to slow down that video feed and zoom in, pinpointing that spot. Each team will get 2 jumps here in our Big Air competition for youths, and we will take the biggest of the 2, and that's what is going to count towards our finalist rankings here. Youth handler Big Air, here comes Loki. Toy way up into the air, solid looking jump here for Loki. And a solid jump, 18 feet, 11 inches, 18-11 for Loki. And moving down now to a male 3-year-old mixed breed, purpose bred, senior titled out of Gaines, Michigan, Michaela Brinkman and Oath. Official mark to beat right now, 18-11 for our youth handler Big Air finals, the top 6 of the weekend right here. It's been a long competition, many days of competition, and these kiddos have been jumping their heart out. We elect the top 6 with the top 6 best jumps from the entire event, and these are the teams that have made it. We're going for our place and send method of retrieval, where we place the toy out into the water. This is a very exciting method because they get that toy out there, they bring the dog back, and this is where the energy comes. Let's cheer them on, guys. Get a little noise here for Oath. And a solid pedal to the metal jump right there for the team. As we are going frame by frame up in the crow's nest here at the Five Flags Center. You can take a look at the replay on this one as she's releasing that pup, really finding the end and pushing out. I love watching them pups jump when they hit that water in the place and send method. They slide across the water. Score coming in, 18 feet, 1 inch. 18 feet, 1 inch. All right, we're going to move down now to Elijah Hammondtree in Delta. Delta is a female Australian Shepherd dog. Delta, 9 years old, a veteran canine here out of Greenwood, Missouri. Elijah is such an amazing pup. Woo! A huge jump as the crowd goes crazy here at the Five Flags Center. Elijah's so excited on the exit platform right there. We'll take a look at the replay. You can see him tossing that toy out. That's our chase method of retrieval. What a throw right there. He was able to keep that toy just out of reach for Delta, pushing that team out. 21 feet, 2 inches. And before we get into our next team, please join us for an interview.
My favorite thing to do is dueling dogs. I love doing it, but when I get up on the stage and get ready to run, I get nervous and stuff, but I know I can do it, and I just know that I have the best dogs to do it, and I know that they'll lead the way, so I just let them go and let them run. I know he can do it. It's me. I have to work on being patient and taking my time and not rush stuff. Because my nerves, when I'm up there, everybody's looking at me, my nerves get me, and I get in my head, but I know we can do it. So I just look at them and I tell them we can do it.
All right, the team out of Charlotte, North Carolina, master titled K9 male 5-year-old mixed breed. This is Kelsey Johnston and King Cole. King Cole, an incredible K9. I've seen this team at many events. King Cole has a lot of energy as you see him running back and bouncing off the back of the dock there. Let's see what method that King Cole and Kelsey is going to use here in the big air competition. It does look like she is utilizing one of our official bumpers, toys here in the big air jump. As she's getting King Cole into a sit-stay. Looks like she might be opting for the chase method here. And yes, she's going to be making her way down. Now it's all about the sit-stay here. As she gives the signal, King Cole's out. Solid jump as we take a look at the replay there, making his way back to the ramp. That is King Cole with a score of 20 feet 8 inches, 20 feet 8. And down to our number 5 competitor here in our youth big air finals, a male 4-year-old border collie out of Buffalo Grove, Illinois. On the dock now, Annalise and Twitch. So far, currently unofficially in first place with a 21:02 here for Youth Big Air Finals. We have Elijah Hammondtree in Delta. Second unofficial with a 20:08 is King Cole. Third, 18:11, Loki and Jasmine King. And fourth at an 18:01, Oath. But it could all change right now as the team on the dock is utilizing every bit of that 36 feet. They're making their way down to the end with a great sit-stay and a huge throw and jump catch. Right there, beautiful job by that team. Absolute picture perfect chase method. Beautiful jump. Score coming in. In a tie for first place, 21 feet 2 inches, 21 feet 2. Currently tied right now, Twitch and Delta. Well, let's move to our next team and your number 1 qualifier. Number 6 here in the competition, a male 3-year-old pup out of Wisner, Nebraska. Super elite titled. On the dock now, Gideon Anderson and Rehab. All right, let's see what method this team is going to be utilizing here. Remember, very simple, place and send or chase method. Place and sends where they throw the toy out, bring the canine back, get them fired up, and send them down. It's all about what the dog likes. These teams know their pup, and they pick between the two. The chase method is more difficult of the two, where they have to get that dog into a sit-stay. They make their long dread down 36 feet away from that pup. And he's going for the chase. Your number 1 qualifier here in Youth Big Air Finals. Going to have to get a little bit over 21:02 to take the lead back. Giving a little love to the pup up there on the dock. Gideon's down. He's tossing the toy out. Ooh, Rehab. Looking like a solid jump here in Youth Big Air Finals. Remember your number 1 qualifier. Analyzing this jump right now, top side. Frame by frame. Score coming in, 22 feet 2 inches, 22 feet 2 inches. Taking the leaderboard here in our Youth Big Air Finals. That is the unofficial mark to beat. Now remember, each team gets 2 jumps here in our Big Air competition. So as we jog right back to the top of the running order for attempt number 2. First jump right here for Jasmine King and Loki, 18:11. Currently sitting in 5th place in Youth Finals, but that could all change as their last jump here in Youth Big Air Finals. Long weekend of competition here at the Five Flags Center. We've had our Dueling Dogs World Championships, DockDogs World Championships. It's been incredible. So many teams, so many dogs, so fun. Sunday, our last day here. Very consistent right there. Beautiful throw out of our youth handler, Jasmine King, getting that toy out there for Loki, the Chocolate Lab. That team coming out of Fort Collins, Colorado. 7-year-old Chocolate Lab making his way back towards the ramp here. A nice pickup, 19 feet 3 inches, 19-3. That's the score we're going to keep. Moving down to competitor number 2 for second jump. First run was an 18-1. Coming out of Gaines, Michigan, senior titled, mixed breed, 3 years old. This is Oath, handled by Michaela Brinkman. All right, putting them down into a sit stay here. She's going to be short docking. Nice jump by Oath. Running it back, blowing it up big on the screen. Tristan Martin looking for the tail set right where the base of the tail meets the spine. Score coming in 17 feet 5 inches, 17-5 for Oath. Got a replay coming at you guys here with Oath, shortening them up, really finding the end there, using his back legs to push off into the air. You see Michaela coming off her feet with excitement for that jump, and that's what it's all about. On the dock now with a 21.02, currently tied for second place. Elijah Hammondtree and Delta, 9-year-old Australian Shepherd Dog out of Greenwood, Missouri. Good job, Elijah. Great looking jump there for Delta. 21.02 first round score. A replay here, Delta pushing straight off the end with a jump of 14 feet 5 inches, 14-5. We're going to go ahead and keep that first round score of 21.02 here for our youth big air finals. Moving on to our next team with a 20.08 first run. 5-year-old mixed breed out of Charlotte, North Carolina, King Cole and Kelsey Johnston. Our big air competition, 2 jumps. So it's all about on that second jump, working out everything that you think you may have done wrong in the first jump. And sometimes consistency is key here in the big air competition. So keeping it the same and consistent works out great for the dogs. She's all the way back here for a chase method of retrieval, 36 feet. He's running down, storming towards the end, King Cole. (20'8" first round score. They're going to need over a 21.02 for second, or 22.02 for first. Score coming in 21 feet 5 inches, 21 feet 5. That's bumping that team up on the podium here with a nice increase to second unofficially here in DockDogs Youth Big Air Finals. And now on the dock, Annalisa and Twitch, the Border Collie, 4 years old, out of Buffalo Grove, Illinois. 21.02 first jump. There is currently a tie for third place. All they got to do is better than 14.05 to take that third place lead, or 21.05 for second. And how about 22.02 for first? Nice solid jump there for Twitch. And remember, folks, each team gets 1 minute or 60 seconds to get that dog into forward motion. As long as they're in forward motion before that clock hits 0, we count the jump. Score 18 feet 7 inches, 18-7. That's going to seal the deal on that team being in third place here, officially. And on the dock now with a 22.02. And your number 1 youth big air finalist, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Gideon Anderson and Rehab. Your 3-year-old mixed breed super elite tighter out of Wisner, Nebraska. Your number 1 qualifier and your first place winner of the 2025 Youth Big Air Finals. A victory jump right here for the team. This is always the hard part. He says, that's my toy. He wants to keep a hold of it for a little bit longer. All right, he's got the toy back. The pup super fired up and ready to go, waiting for every signal here. Woo! Nice, solid jump right there. Big out into the pool for Rehab. 22:02 first round score. And second jump coming in for a victory jump. 22 feet 10 inches, 22:10. As our teams are at the back of the dock right here, that is it, folks. The last 2 jumps of the weekend for our Big Air Youth finalists. We are running through the scores top side right now. And we will get first, second, and third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And please join us for a video about our amazing youth handlers.
It's been amazing. It's one of my favorite weeks of the year. I love being here with my DockDogs community, my friends, my family, and most importantly, jumping my dogs and having a great week with them. The youth is a big part of the sport. It's the future of the sport. I started dock diving when I was 9 or 10 years old. Basically, I honestly feel like I was raised by the community. I can't imagine my life without the community and them being by my side my whole life, and I don't think I will ever not be in the sport of DockDogs.
And now bringing up on the dock your 6th place overall youth big air finalist with a jump of 18 feet 1 inch. Second jump 17:05. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Michaela Brinkman and Oath. And 5th place overall, Chocolate Labrador Retriever with an 18:11 and 19 feet 3 inches, Jasmine King and Loki. Your 4th place overall with a jump of 21:02 and 14 feet 5 inches, Elijah Hammondtree and Delta. Your 3rd place overall with a jump of 21:02 and 18 feet 7 inches, the male border collie, Twitch and Annalise. Second place overall with a jump of 20 feet 8 first round score. Second jump 21:05. Let's make some noise for Kelsey Johnston and King Cole. And your 2025 Youth Big Air first place finalists. Let me hear you guys for Gideon Anderson and Rehab. 22 feet 2 and 22:10. Let's join down on the floor Timothy Lake and our first place Youth Big Air finalist.
Thank you, Thomas. I'm here with our youth champion, Gideon. So, Gideon, tell me about what it feels like to be a youth world champion.
Amazing. It hasn't set in yet, though.
I mean, you just won this championship. How crazy is that? So tell me, about your journey to get here to the World Championships. Tell me about the events you attended this year, and what was your experience like going to these DockDog events?
We mainly went to club events and then went to one
A national event?
national event.
And then you qualified to get your invite, and once you got your invite, you came here to the Worlds, and you're like, all I gotta do is jump my dog, right?
Yep.
So talk to me about this. You in rehab, getting to build your bond with him. Tell me what it was like just getting to play with him on the dock.
Amazing, fun, you name it.
And he's such a smaller dog than some of the other dogs, so did you kind of feel like he might have a disadvantage against some of the other bigger dogs?
Not really.
I mean, I kind of put it out there. He had some big jumps there. So honestly, congratulations. You are the new Youth World Champion. So you get this awesome trophy, and your name will be inscribed to this trophy forever. Ladies and gentlemen, our Youth Champion, Gideon and Rehab. We're going to send it up to the native broadcast booth to my friend Thomas Platz. Are we going to see if we can crown ourselves another champion? What do you think, Gideon?
Yep.
Yeah, let's get it.
In 2015, I was looking for a dog that I could train for service dog, as that's what I was doing at the time. Jackson had been in a shelter. We are his fourth home, so when I went to have a look at him, I was actually told he was crazy, and I like crazy. And then as I started teaching him to do some service work, I realized his toy drive was too strong, and I knew he wouldn't make a service dog. So at that point, we had a pond, and I had a ball, and I threw the ball in the pond, and he took off, and he flew for that ball. So I messaged my friend, who was a DockDogger at that time, and asked her, would he make a good DockDog? And she went, heck yeah. We've made so many friends, been so many places. My husband passed away from cancer 2 years ago, last year. He was diagnosed 2 years ago. Without them, I don't know where I would be. So they keep me coming back. The support, the support they keep giving me. We turned up at an event. The guys were all like, Jerry will take care of her. And we hadn't even pulled in, and they were already unloading all my stuff and helping us set up. And they said, we gotcha. And without them, I don't know where we'd be, for me and my daughter. So the community is what keeps us coming. And of course, my dogs love it. And I love to watch them be so happy when they're on the dock and they're doing something. Yeah, I miss him dearly, but without the support of the people here, I'm not so sure what we would be doing now. But my daughter, she's big into it. I love to keep coming back. Jackson is now almost 12 years old. We bring in new dogs, and it keeps us coming back, So yes, it's all about the community. It really, really is.
The DockDogs Hall of Fame, such a prestigious award, folks. Amazing people. It's such an honor for the teams that do get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Their journey through the entire DockDogs competition being a part of the DockDogs Hall of Fame is such an amazing, elite thing to happen to these wonderful people. So congratulations to all of our folks that are in the DockDogs Hall of Fame. You're awesome people. You deserve every ounce of it. We're going to go straight into our competition on dock and pool number 2 here with our big air lap dog. Lap dog's one of my favorite divisions, folks. These are the little pups that are 17 inches and lower here in the competition. They got to be 17 inches and verified at each and every event that they attend, and it's 17 inches and lower from the withers. That is the shoulder blades in the back of the canine, and they have their very own special lapdog division. So first competitor coming up top side right here is going to be Morgan Jarvis and Jerome, the male mixed breed, and currently holding a master title here in the big air competition. They're coming from Bowmanville, Ontario. Part of our Canadian teams here. 5-year-old pup. Beautiful lap dog jump into the pool. 11 feet 5 inches for Jerome. 11 feet 5. Going to the replay here. Jerome, she's got the toy nice and low. Skidded a little bit, pumping on the brakes there towards the end, but I love how she had the toy down, getting down to that low eyesight for our lapdog canines, showing the pup the toy and firing out into the pool. Let's move on to competitor number 2 now. This is a female 5-year-old mixed breed as well. All mixed breeds purpose bred here in our lapdog finals. The team out of Franklin, Tennessee, lapdog master title here in the competition, 5-year-old female. This is Rodeo and Charlotte Crinner. Got that pup all the way back here almost. Only leaving about 4 feet of the dock back there, and a throw by one of the hardest toys utilized here in the sport, the Frisbee. But Charlotte Blake making it look easy, was able to get that toy right out in the air. Rodeo grabbing it. That's the chase method of retrieval. One of the more difficult methods, and using a Frisbee making it that much more difficult. Look at the replay, guys. You'll see Charlotte as she goes down. She's getting that toy low halfway. Look at the throw straight out. Rodeo missiling off and tugging that Frisbee out of the air with a beautiful score and taking over the lead here of 18 feet even for Rodeo. On to our next team here in Lapdog Finals. Big Air. On the dock, a male 8-year-old mixed breed purpose bred. Veteran canine as well. Super elite titled out of Bowmanville, Ontario. This is Morgan Jarvis and Quick. This team going to have to step it up to get that pup out a little bit further than 18 feet even to take the lead. See a lot of the teams utilizing that line on the dock there where the 4 feet meets the rest of the dock. They're not quite using every bit of it, but they know exactly where to place that dog with each run, and wow, what an incredible jump right there. Definitely looking like it's going to be over 18 feet. I think they're going to be setting the staple here in the Lapdog Finals. Score coming in 20 feet 5 inches. Taking over the leaderboard by a long shot here in our Lapdog. You'll see that the team placed a leash on the end of the dock. Sometimes dogs, hard to distinguish green and blue, so we could use a visual tool to put at the end of the dock just to kind of help the dogs see where the end of the dock is, and it kind of helps them get that lift off where they feel comfortable and get a great jump. 20 feet 5, the unofficial mark to be here in our Lapdog Finals. Let's move on to our next team making their way up the entry stairs. Going to be a female 3-year-old elite titled pup, also out of Bowmanville, Ontario. This is Morgan Jarvis, Intention. Very excited and fired up here for Big Air. Love to see it. Chase method of retrieval, also utilizing that leash at the end of the dock here to give a visual on the liftoff. A huge catch through the air. Lapdogs are really on fire here for our competition. Taking a look at the replay, seeing that leash at the end really helping the pup find the end of the dock. Our official judge up here, Travis Jensen from DockDogs Worldwide, analyzing the jump. And taking over the lead, 21 feet 11 inches. A solid jump and really setting the bar high here for our lapdog finals. That is the unofficial mark to beat. As of now, 21-11 by our team Tension. Moving on to your number 2 qualifier here in lapdog finals out of Frisco, Colorado. An elite titled 3-year-old lapdog. This is Diane in Ren. Diane Jurgens in Ren. Just a little bit further than that mark line on the dock here, roughly about, I would say, 34 to 35 feet they're utilizing here, just in front of the 36-foot mark on the dock. Just using a lot of runway here. This should help boost some speed. And speed with a lot of speed. Wow. A lapdog hitting the gas all the way to the end there and firing off of the big jump right here. The replay. Look at the speed as this pup is flying down the dock. She's got a great throw. Just keeping that toy out of reach for the pup. That helps to get him out further into the pool. And oh my, taking over the lead right here. 24 feet 6 inches. That is definitely a staple here in our lapdog finals. That is the unofficial mark to beat as we roll through 24-6. And now, your number 1 qualifier, lapdog finals. On the dock out of Oshawa, Ontario. This is Jen Esplin and Limit. Pushing the limit here for our lapdog finals, the 3-year-old mixed breed purpose bred. Super elite titled, folks. That means 25 feet and above. This team can consistently hit at events, holding that super elite title. And in order for a team to achieve a title, they have to hit it 5 times or 5 legs at a nationally sanctioned event to achieve a title. So that means over 5 times consistently this dog has hit 25 feet and above. And it looks like he may have also done it there, but we will see as we are going to go back to our camera system here. Every jump being judged individually, frame by frame. They got to beat 24-6 to take the lead. That score coming in 24 feet 11 inches, 24-11. Taking over the leaderboard here in lapdog finals. But it all comes down to now the last jump for each competitor here in finals. This is it. This is for the marbles. They got to give it their all. Give it everything they got here for the last jump of the evening. Coming back up top side, right back to the top of the running order, Morgan Jarvis and Jerome. 11 feet 5, first round score. They're going to have to feed some energy, feed some fuel here to get this pup out a little bit further into the pool to bump him up. 21-11 or higher, bumping this team up to third. 24-06 for second, or 24-11 for first. Nice looking jump right there by the team. Definitely picked it up. Let's take a look at the replay. See if there's anything that we can notice that she may have changed. Definitely had the toy where it needed to be, popping it up into the air. Good looking increase. Definitely blowing that 11.05 out of the water. How about 20 feet 2 inches? 20 feet 2.
How we got into it, my first performance mix back in 2006 with Border Jack. Just loved the game and loved the water, and we decided we were going to take it on, and since then we haven't stopped traveling all over, and we actually have a facility in Ontario, Canada. I would describe it as for dogs that love the water, love to retrieve. It's fast, furious. Really exciting time for not just you and your dog, it's also a very community-oriented event, and families and camping and hanging out together all weekend. It's just really cool community.
All right, let's bring up our next team for attempt number 2, Charlotte Kreiner. Rodeo, first jump 18 feet even, the female lap dog here. Rodeo had a great throw, great job utilizing that Frisbee here in the big air competition. We're gonna need to get it just a little bit further out to bump them up here on the podium spot. The 18 even first jump for our master titled Rodeo. Right around our 32-foot mark on that dock right now, just beyond it. As she's getting Rodeo all fired up. This pup is fired up and ready to go here for lap dog. They're looking to get this pup out past 24-11 to take the lead. There's the signal, and out goes the Frisbee. A huge jump, putting it all together right there to make it happen here for their last jump of the lap dog finals. This is going to be promising. Definitely looks super big into the pool from up here. As we look back to our camera now. And a replay here. Just about halfway towards the end, throwing it out. Rodeo just out of reach, pushing that pup up in the air, trying to get a little further out into the pool. Score coming in 20 feet 2 inches. 20 feet 2 for Rodeo. Same as Jerome's second right there. So we're going to revert back to the second jump. Rodeo with an 18 and a 20.02. Jerome with an 11.05 and 20.02. That's going to bump Rodeo up to our 6th place overall unofficially here for Lap Dog Finals. Moving back on to the dock right now, Morgan Jarvis and Quick. Utilizing that visual again at the end of the dock, helping that pup to know where the end is here. They had a first round score of 20 feet 5 inches, currently in 4th place, unofficially. Woo! Very, very nice jump right there. I think that's going to be well over the 20-foot mark here, but let's see as the camera is doing its job here with Travis Jensen. Zooming in on the screen here with a nice solid run. 21 feet 8 inches, 21 feet 8. Rolling right along here in our lap dog finals with a first round score of 21-11. Morgan Jarvis and Tension. Tension had a first jump of 21-11. This team sitting in that position by 2 inches in 3rd place. In 4th, Quick with a 21.8. They need about 3 more inches to bump that spot up here. $24.11 in 1st right now with Limit. 24.06 with Ren. It's got that floatable, retrievable, non-edible toy up there. The pup's favorite toy here in our big air competition. Lap dogs, some of my favorites. Watching these little pups fly off the end of that dock is absolutely amazing. Just checking out the spot in the distance. Oh my. Putting it together there for their last jump here in Lap Dog Finals. Huge leap into the pool. Got a replay coming at you here. She's got that toy way down low. Nice little tail whip there, helicoptering out into the air here. Score coming in. 23 feet 7 inches, 23.7. Bumping that team up to 3rd place unofficially overall here in our lap dog division. Let's move on to Diane Jurgens and Ren. This team currently sitting in second place with a 24.06. First place Limit with a 24.11. That could all change right now, folks. A few more inches out of that pool. A little more distance could bump them up into first. But we still have one jump remaining as well with Jen Asplin and Limit. So right now, the last two jumps determining who's going to be our 2025 Lapdog World Champion. As history is being made here at the Five Flags Center in Dubuque, Iowa. Chase method of retrieval, there's the mark. And we're off, rocketing out into the pool, straight off the end. First jump, 24.6. And second official score coming in 22 feet even. That's going to keep that team right there as your number 2 lapdog at the World Championships. There's the replay. You can see a little karate kick to the side, hitting the water. Great looking jump.
The best part about DockDogs and Lapdogs is that I get to play with my family. So those of us that are in finals, we're friends, we're related, all the dogs are related. That part is my favorite because it's like playing with your family in your backyard. I guess enjoying the time on the dock with your dog. We're here together as a team. My favorite moments are some EV moments when we're really connected. Big air when you connect with your dog and you make that perfect throw and they jump really far. That's some of my favorite memories, and I get to share it with my family.
What an awesome team right there. And coming up now for their victory jump of the 2025 DockDogs World Championships. Your number 1 lapdog competitor. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Jen Esplin and Limit. A victory jump here, 24-11 first round score. Remember, our lapdog divisions, the little dogs of the competition here, 17 inches and lower from the withers. The team's been competing all weekend here and week at the Five Flags Center, Dubuque, Iowa, for our DockDogs Championships. And this is just a victory jump. It doesn't matter what happens here. They have still taken the first place lead in our lapdog finals. And there it is, the chase method, folks. The canine breaking that sit stay. So important to run that back and make sure you don't let the pup get away with it. She wants some noise, guys. The victory jump here for Lapdog. Huge victory jump there in finals, Lapdog. Jen Esplin and Limit. 3-year-old mixed breed here, super elite titled. Out of Oshawa, Ontario, score coming in 25 feet 7 inches, 25-7. Setting the bar right there, and a replay coming out of the pup. Look at the tail flying through the air. Little dog making a huge leap into the pool. And we are looking at our scores here to find the running order for our awards. 6th place overall, lapdog finalist with a jump of 11 feet 5 and 20 feet 2. Morgan Jarvis and Jerome. Oh, she's got a whole crew of pups with her up there. Check that out. And 5th place overall going to be Charlotte and Rodeo, with a score of 18 feet and 20 feet 2 inches. Congratulations, team. 4th place overall, 20 feet 5 and 21.08, the Super Elite titled K9 Quick in Morgan Jarvis. Third place as well, Morgan Jarvis in Tension with a 21.11 and 23.07. Second place with a jump of 24.06 and 22 feet even, the Elite titled Female Mixed Breed. It's Ren and Diane Juergens. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for your lap dog. And now down to the floor with Timothy Lake for our first place 2025 Lapdog finalist.
Hey Thomas, I am here with our lap world champion, Jen. Absolutely amazing job. You came into this final as the #1 seed. Did that weigh any heavy on you or kind of take any of the pressure off knowing you were the #1 seed?
I think it actually adds a little bit more pressure. You're worried about maintaining that, keeping it, doing the little pieces to get everything right, not rushing, getting that sit, stay, connecting with your dog and having a great time. With that first seed, you worry that you're not going to do those things and fall apart a bit, but we held it together tonight.
Outstanding, and it's something to say about the lap dogs. You know, you think of lap dogs, you don't think they're big jumpers, but then you get dogs like this that absolutely blow any expectations and honestly blow the limits, to put it kindly. But you are obviously a Canadian. You train at K9 Central. By the way, K9 Central, the 2025 Facility of the Year. So Jen, what does it mean to be able to have the Facility Year call your home dock and then be able to represent here at the World Championships?
I think that pretty much means everything. We have our whole family back home. I know they're watching. We have our family here. Our facility owner is here. It's all about family for us, and I think that really shows. When you have facility, your family in finals, that's what it is.
So a little bit about family meaning to you for finals. Tell me a little bit about that, because we were just chatting right before. Pretty much everyone in finals is related somehow. Tell me more about that.
So Quick, he's in finals. He's the father of Jerome, Limit, Tension, and Rodeo. So family affair there in finals.
That is pretty cool. Keeping it all in the family here at the Lapdog division. Jen, honestly, I'm blown away about what Lapdogs can do for DockDogs. Truly shows that with DockDogs, any dog can do this. And I'm so proud to be able to present this to you. First place Lapdog World Champion. Congratulations. And we're going to send it back up to the native broadcast booth with my friend, Thomas Platz.
It's my first year at Worlds since losing Boss. Last year was really awesome that the hero dogs got to jump in the feature finals. That was kind of our send-off, and I lost them around Christmas last year. And I'm so thankful that I got those years to jump in Legend with him, that a lot of people don't get a single year in Legend. So the fact that I got 6 is absolutely incredible. But my other dogs are happy to be here, and each time they do well, I think of another dog that I've had in the past, and like, oh, I have this experience from in the past, and just coming back here and getting all those old memories is amazing.
All right, back to the floor here for Dock and Pool #1. One of my favorite competitions coming at you guys here. You guys have seen our big air competitions here. This is our speed retrieve. Speed retrieve is all about the jump and the swim time now, also the reaction time. As we fire things up here for speed retrieve, our lights are going to run from red, yellow to green at the speed retrieve apparatus at the end of the pool. It's exactly 38 feet from the edge of the dock to the bumper. There's 20 feet on the dock from the 20-foot line down to the end of the dock, and there's a 3-foot starting box. The objective of this game is to get the dog to the top. They make their way down, and we give a splash on the bumper. That's marking the toy, letting the team know where that toy is at and what they are needing to get. We then take the team back to the starting box. We line the team up in that box. They give us the high side. When we get a high side, we will fire up our lights just like doggy drag racing. Each team gets a reaction time, how fast they react to the green light. No matter what, the timer starts when the green light hits, and the reaction time is how fast they're able to cross that 20-foot line to the green light. Now, here in this competition, it's all about the reaction time, but these teams can also false start. If they release their team or their pup just a little too soon and cross that 20-foot line before the green light hits, we are going to know. The lights are going to alternate back and forth from red to yellow and yellow to red. That means indicating a false start. We will be able to give you guys the false starts and the exact time on which it happened, or if they get a good reaction time, we'll give the reaction time for the swim time. This is our speed retrieve, one of my favorites. Let's bring up our first competitor. Top side coming up here is going to be Deborah Feller and MC's Cochise. Hall of Famer Deb Feller here. She's getting a splash on the bumper at the end of the pool here. This team out of Ridgeland, South Carolina. Cochise, the male 2-year-old mixed bred breed, purpose bred. This is MC's Cochise. A lot of different things happen here in this discipline here for DockDogs. Remember the starting box, they are only allowed to use half of the dock here. Right at the 20-foot line. They got to be in that box just behind the 20-foot line. There's the signal. Here come the lights. 3 seconds to green. All right, you can see Deb not liking the count there in her head. Each team will get one reset if they choose per round. So they do have the ability to signal up a reset. They signal that reset, and we fire the lights back up. There's her mark. We're yellow. A huge jump and sliding across the water there for MC's Cochise. Wow, here in finals, Deb Feller putting it all together. Incredible run right here. She is not going to be upset about this run at all. Reaction time, 0.027 out of the starting box. And a swim time of 4.769. Take a look at the replay here. Awesome thing that I love, Deb, that she does is she does also a physical count in the box. Not only is she using her head to count the time, she's also utilizing her body to bounce when she's counting the lights. It helps because when you're on the dock and you're trying to count those lights, you're going 100 miles an hour in your head, and you can have the ability to false start. So keeping a physical count on that is really good. That's the mark right now, currently 4.769 for Cochise. Let's bring up our second competitor here. Top of the dock going to be from Gaines, Michigan, Sonic titled Whippet, 3-year-old pup. This is Rachel Brinkman in Uprise. All right, in the box, the high side's been beautiful run right here for Rachel Brinkman in Uprise. Reaction time, 0.156. In a very, very close run right here. 4.770. So we had a 4.769 for Cochise and a 4.770. The close, very close race to try to take the lead there between Cochise and Uprise. Still sitting in the lead, MC's Cochise. Let's move down now to Sydney Mackey and Incognito. Incognito out of Olympia, Washington, another Sonic titled team. Here in Speed Retrieve, 4-year-old pup. Sydney Mackey, a multiple attendee of our DockDogs World Championships, taking home many crowns and awards here in the competition. Incognito going to have to do better than a 4.769 to take the lead for first, or a 4.770 for second. As we are in the starting box here for Incognito, there's the mark. It's all about counting the lights. Reaction time, 0.133, 133 reaction time. And a swim time, 4.604. Taking over the lead here for Incognito, a 4.604. That is the unofficial mark to beat here for Speed Retrieve. Let's move on now to our fourth competitor here in Speed Retrieve. Coming up top side here out of Maplewood, Minnesota. 3-year-old male, mixed breed. This is Rehab. Making sure we're getting an awesome splash on the bumper down there at the end of the pool, showing Rehab where to swim to. Now remember, Incognito with a 4.604, that's the mark to beat. One of my favorite parts here as the teams get ready in that box. It's all about counting those lights. A 3-second delay in between each. There's a red light, 3-second delay, yellow, 3-second delay, then green. It's all about the reaction here. Fastest reaction time so far is 0.27 by Deb in Cochise. And a huge jump by Rehab. Reaction time, a 1:59. 0.159 reaction time for Rehab. And Luke with a swim time of 4.365. Taking over the leaderboard. Checking out the replay here, you can see he was able to hold back as Rehab tried to jolt forward. Not only is the team watching the lights, the dog also watching the lights. Some of these dogs incredible. They see those lights coming on down there. They'll try to jolt forward. Great job by Luke holding him back with a great reaction time there. Taking over the lead with a 4.365. Let's move down now to Laurel Binky and Sounders. Sounders, a male 10-year-old whippet out of Rochester, Washington. We'll slide down, move to a next team on the running order here. Your number one qualifier here in Speed Retrieve, Tier 1. On the dock here, Erica Nestor and Stradale. Stradale, male 3-year-old whippet out of Overland Park, Kansas. All right, you can see the team utilizing every inch of that box there. She's going to make this pup all the way back in the box because of how fast this team can come out of the box. Solid reaction time right here of a 0.066. 0.066 for Stradale. Swim time coming in 4.555 for Stradale. That's going to be moving that team up to second place unofficially here in our Speed Retrieve competition. Solid jump right there. I love the whippet spin to the tail. Pulling down on the bumper on the left side right there. Sometimes it can negatively impact the run. Centering that pull on the center of the bumper is the best way to pull the bumpers off. Both strings do have to come off of that apparatus down there in order to stop the clock. Let's jog back to our fifth competitor here in Speed Retrieve Tier 1. It's going to be Laurel Binky and Sounders. Sounders, 10-year-old whippet. Multiple DockDogs world champion right here. Sounders is a legend, folks. Your former Big Air world record holder. Speed Retrieve world records by Sounders. $10 old in the competition now, looking to beat a 4.365 for first or a 4.555 for second. Now Sounders, you can see she's got Sounders really close to that front line. It all depends on where the teams place them, how they feel comfortable when they set them in the box. Laurel not liking the count, so she's going to get a reset. There's the mark, and we're going to fire up the lights. Oh my goodness, wow! Sounders, 10 years old, as the crowd goes crazy here at the Five Flag Center. Wow, my goodness, I can feel goosebumps firing through my body right here. We need some tissues to the back of the dock for Laurel. Reaction time, a 1.95. Looking at the replay here, Sounders, look at the jump. Huge into the pool, 10 years old, not far to swim to get it done. Laurel, Sounders, 3.929 for Sounders. Wow. 10 years old and pulling out a 3-second run in finals here for Speed Retrieve. Unbelievable. Let's go back to the top of the running order for 6 more runs here in our Speed Retrieve Tier 1 finals. The history has been made, folks. The mark, a 3.929 with a reaction of 1.95 for Sounders. That is the mark to beat. On the dock now, Deborah Hollywood Feller and MC's Cochise. Part of Palmetto DockDogs. This team had a first swim time of 4.769. As you guys see Deb getting staged up in the box. Deb plays it safe in every Speed Retrieve competition. She always utilizes that reset, which is a pretty smart move here in Speed Retrieve. It gives you the advantage to get 2 counts on the lights, adjusting and changing things that you think you might need to get a perfect reaction time. There's the high side, head nod by Deb Feller. Utilizing that physical count right there as well. There's the mark. In our first false start of the competition, Deb knowing she's going to have to push it. So great job right there. She knew she was going to have to push it and try to get off that line as fast as she could. False start by a .035. That'll count as a no score and a false start here in the competition, leaving that team with a 4.769. Ladies and gentlemen, Deb Feller and MC's Cochise. The replay there, nice solid jump out into the water. And coming down to get a tug on the bumper, pulling the center down. A good look at the camera. Deb Feller, Cochise. Let's move on now to Rachel Brinkman and Uprise. Uprise with a 4.770. They're going to have to trim some off here to move them up podium spot. There's the mark. Thumbs up coming from Rachel. Solid reaction time here for Uprise. A .094 out of the box. .094 and trimming a little bit off here for their second attempt. 4.720 for Uprise. Remember, 20 feet on the dock and 38 feet in the water. It's all about the jump, the skid, the speed. The faster they can get off that dock and hit the water, sometimes they slide right across and hit that perfect wave to get them flying down. You can kind of see how the dog slid across there, digging hard to get that bumper. And a nice solid tug right there in the center. That's the kind of tug you want to see here in Speed Retrieve. The faster they can yank that thing down, the better the swim time will be. Moving down now to Sydney Mackey and Incognito. Incognito first round score of a 4.604. Incognito's a 4-year-old pup out of Olympia, Washington. Just mind blown away. A 10-year-old canine Sounders with a 3.929. That's the mark they are looking to beat. And a false start right there for Sydney Mackey and Incognito with a .057 false start out of the box. Another competitor there knowing that she's going to have to push it hard to get that team out of the box quick enough to try to beat that mark from Sounders, 3.929. False start for Incognito. We're going to move down now to Luke in rehab. First run, first swim time, 4.365. A solid run here in the competition and currently sitting in second place unofficially here. That could all change, folks. Their last run, last swim here for Speed Retrieve Tier 1. Whoa, 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 big jump into the water here. .129 reaction time, a 129 reaction time. And a swim time, 4.401. Nice job by that team. We're going to keep their first run of a 4.365. Well, let's move down to our team on the dock right here. Incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up topside right here, Laurel Binky and Sounders, a 10-year-old whippet, pulling out a 3.929 here in Speed Retrieve Finals. Just absolutely mind-blowing, incredible. 10 years old and still able to pull out a 3-second run is just mind-blowing. So happy for this team. They deserve every inch of it. Sounders, an incredible canine holding multiple world records here in the journey of DockDogs. All right, not happy with the count. Didn't match, so she's going to reset. There's the mark. Reaction time, a .051 out of the box. Smoking hot reaction time there, and a swim time here for Sounders, 4.160. Nice, incredible runs by the 10-year-old pup here, Sounders. We're going to keep that first run of a 3.929 and still currently in the lead. One more jump remaining for Tier 1 Speed Retrieve. Erica Nestor and Stradali. 4.555 first swim time. And a reaction of a 0.66. False start, going to be a false start on the last run there, knowing she had to push it. .044 false start for Stradali. First run was a 4.555. That's the one we're going to keep. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for all of our Speed Retrieve Tier 1. Take a look at the replay here. Awesome replay. Love seeing the replays as these teams launch into the pool. You see how the dog jumped over to the left a little bit? That could definitely negatively affect the jump. But still great time there. False start on the second one, 4.555 first run. Congratulations to all of our Speed Retrieve Tier 1 finalists. And in 6th place overall with a 4.769 and a false start on the second run. Ladies and gentlemen, Deb Feller and MC's Coach East. And in 5th place overall with a run of 4.770 and a 4.720. How about Rachel Brinkman and Uprise? And fourth place overall with a run of 4.604. False start, second run, Sydney Mackey and Incognito. Third place overall with a run of 4.555 and a false start on the second run. Third place, Erica Nestor and Stradali. Second place with an outstanding run of 4.365 and a 4.401. Second place overall, Luke in Rehab. And history right here in the making, guys. We're going to send it down to the floor with Tim Lake and Laurel Binky Sounders for your first place overall 2025 Speed Retrieve.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am once again joined here on the podium with the game changer, Laurel Banky and Sounders, everyone. So Laurel, you had quite a bit of a experience here leading into Speed Retrieve. How did you rebound? He cramped up right before he was doing his run. Your mind must have been spinning. What's going through your mind at that point?
I thought that was it. I thought our chances were over. I came here just hoping he'd make finals, and when he made finals, I was so excited. And then once I realized we'd made maybe the podium, and then he trips, and then he had, and I thought that was it. I thought our hopes and dreams were over, but I walked him out, and he was fine.
Outstanding. And that just goes to show how resilient he is. You know, being the amazing canine athlete that he is. Wow, it's just incredible to see this amazing dog do amazing things. How proud are you of this dog?
I just, you're proud when your dog you get the World Championship invite, and you can't believe your 10.5-year-old dog is going to get to go to Worlds again and have a fun week with you. And then you think, maybe we can make finals, and it'll be fun. And then he just exceeds all my expectations, and I don't know how, but this dog is just amazing.
What does Sounders mean to you?
He's everything to me. He is why I do this, and it's, you breed, you make friends, you do these great fun sports, and then you get a dog all of a sudden like this that's just he's a game changer. He's changed my life. He's changed my family's life. We've been places and done things we never would have done before. Never in a million years. He's very special, and I know how lucky I am to have him.
And we're lucky to have you in our DockDogs community, the most amazing Sounders, Laurel Banky. Guess what's coming back to Washington? You know what? 2020, 2023, and now 2025. Speed Retrieve World Champion, Laurel Banky and Sounders, the game changer. And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
We started our DockDogs journey in August of 2016, and I never thought we would be where we are today when we first started. It's been quite the journey. Well, our first Golden, she jumped off the dock at the lake, and then we got Bentley, and he didn't want to jump off the dock there. It took a little bit convincing, and we saw that our Minot Shields had a DockDogs event coming, and we're like, well, our dogs jump off the lake at the dock, or at the dock, you know. And so we just loaded our dogs up and went to the competition, and we've been hooked since. Being inducted into the DockDogs Hall of Fame has always been a dream of mine, and I never imagined that the dream would actually come true. I know I think my dog is special. Everyone thinks their dog is special, but to have others see how special Bentley is, it's just amazing. And to be the second golden retriever to be inducted is pretty special.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for here at the Five Flags Center, Dubuque, Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, our Super Elite Big Air Finals. The top 6 biggest jumping dogs of the entire competition. These pups are incredible, huge, big jumpers. And let's see which one's going to take it. Super Elites, let's bring them up topside. First, going to be Crystal McLaren and MC's Rosilla. The female 5-year-old mixed breed, purpose bred Super Elite pup out of Cape Coral, Florida. One of our elite dog trainers here in the competition of DockDogs. The Super Elite, folks, this is 25 feet and above. We have some world record holders here in this wave competition. And we are going to find out now as it is all on the line for the marbles. Super Elite Big Air Finals. Top 6 biggest jumping pups. Here comes Rosilla. Oh my goodness. Putting it all together for a finals jump. I would expect nothing less from Crystal McLaren. As Rosilla hits the water, we're going frame by frame. Travis Jensen, our official judge. Score coming in 27 feet 3 inches. The replay, such a perfect throw. Rosilla really firing out after it, hitting way down in the deep end of the pool with a 27-3. And moving down now to second competitor out of Cape Coral, Florida, with their other pup, Poncho, the 5-year-old. Crystal McLaren and MC's Poncho. Will be going for their first jump. Remember, Big Air Super Elite, each team 2 jumps and 1 minute per jump to get that dog into forward motion. All toys do have to be floatable, retrievable, and non-edible. And they could use any part of the dock that they want. So it's all about practicing all of our competitions that we have all throughout the country, leading us up to our World Championships. These teams practice all over. Poncho's very excited about his toy. Crystal has 2 canines here in our Super Elite Finals. Solid jump there by Poncho. As he's looking for the toy in the water. Loving the replays on these. Good looking jump here for Poncho. 26 feet 4 inches. 26-4. Moving us down to our third competitor overall here. Big Air Super Elite. Melina and Hemi. 2-year-old mixed breed out of Magnolia, Texas. Hemi's a male 2-year-old pup as they're making their way up for their last 2 big air jumps of the week. So far, looking to beat 27.03 for first or 26.04 for second. All right, getting that pup fired up here for some Super Elite Big Air. Get some love going on back there. Telling him, you got this, bud. As our shot clock is counting down. Down to 15 seconds. Solid effort by the team there. Doesn't look like it's going to be quite enough to move them up past that 27.03, but it could be good enough for third here unofficially. Travis marking it down here, 23 feet, 11 inches, 23.11. Let's learn about Connie and Vigor with this video.
I'm here with my daughter and son-in-law. They have been coming here for 9 or 10 years, and they started before they were married and before they had children. So I had been the babysitter for probably the first 6 years of that before the kids were old enough to compete. So now the children all have a dog of their own to compete with, and finally, I came along with my dog, so it's nice having one dog. Came along with this one dog, and it has just been a really great experience so far. We traveled together, we have a house here together that we're staying in, and so we've spent a lot of great time with friends, but also the family. And it has been just a really fun experience.
All right, and back to the action here for Super Elite Big Air Finals. Top of the dock is going to be Connie and Vigor. Male 6-year-old mixed breed as well out of Columbiaville, Michigan. 23.11 right now unofficially for third, 26.04 for second, and 27.03 for first. A longtime competitor of the sport here. Looks like she's utilizing lots of the real estate here. Super elite title teams utilizing all the dock chase method. Ooh, good call here. She's going to run back and reset. Here comes Vigor. Oh, solid throw. Big jump out of the pool here. A little bit of a side turn as Vigor's hitting the water here. Taking a look at the replay. If you guys see how he hits the water kind of at a side angle, turning through the air and snatching that toy out, making an adjustment to get that toy. And moving this team up to first place unofficially, 27 feet, 7 inches. 27.7 for Vigor. Unofficial mark to beat here in Super Elite Big Air Finals. Let's move on to Brianna and Mayhem. I've watched this team compete all weekend long and just absolutely blown away with the way this pup jumps. They're from Monroe, Washington. It's a 4-year-old female greyhound. They're looking to beat that 27 feet, 7 inches. The Whippet helicopter tail right there out of Mayhem. Greyhound. The difference, the Whippets and the Greyhounds, a lot of people wondering what dogs are the most elite distance jumpers here in the sport. As you can see, there's a common denominator. The Whippets and the Greyhounds are just absolutely agile, quick on their feet. Taking over, first place, 27 feet, 11 inches, 27.11 for Mayhem. All right, your number 1 qualifier coming up to the dock now, and your current Big Air World Champion.
He loves to go big and as far as he can. He just loves to get the bumper and have a good time with me. We've only been jumping for 6 months in only 2 events with DockDogs. Just learning to be a better team, learning new tricks of the trade, and having a good time.
And here they are, your current Big Air World Record holder on the dock here, breaking the record this year in our Super Elite Division. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Wolf and Viper, a 1-year-old mixed breed out of Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, Super Elite. Oh, Viper. Huge jump into the pool right here as the hush fell over the crowd. Everybody anticipating the results of this jump. Look at the replay on this run. Way up in the air goes Viper. All the way down towards the end of the pool. Topside, Travis Jensen. Camera dialed in for a score coming in. 28 feet 1 inch, 28-1 for Viper, taking over the leaderboard. Viper. All right, and as we go back up to the top of the running order for the last 6 jumps here in our Super Elite Big Air Tier 1 finals, let's go back up with Crystal McLaren and MC's Rosilla, 2703. Rosilla on the dock right now. Crystal McLaren, an elite dog trainer, dog breeder, a staple here in the DockDogs community and sport of DockDogs. Rosilla pushing out hard. What a fantastic, beautiful jump. Incredible. The throw, perfect. The dog hitting out towards the toy on the replay here. If you check it out, she's got that toy right where it needs to be. I don't know how she does it, but launched it out perfect. The bumper staying where it needed to be through the air as it spun. Score coming in, 27 feet 8 inches, 27-8 for Rosilla. Give Crystal a second here. She has 2 dogs in our finals. Her next dog she'll be bringing up is MC's Poncho. DockDogs Big Air right here, 8 feet wide, 36 feet long here in our competition. Toys, floatable, retrievable, non-edible, 1 dog, 1 handler. It's all about the throw and the chase method of retrieval, the most advanced method here that we utilize for the competition. You have to have that dog as consistent as possible every time you do the jump. Keeping them in the same spot, the same toy, throwing it the same, looking for that spot on the dock. It all comes down to everything, every moment, everything that it takes to get a great jump here in the competition. Going through your head, consistency is key, is what you got to tell yourself here for Big Air. Keeping everything as simple and as consistent as possible to get the best jump out of every dog here in the competition. Crystal throwing it off. Look at that throw. I thought the throws couldn't get any better, but look at that one. On the replay here, would love to see this bumper. It doesn't even shift sides or move left or right. Watch the bumper through the air here as Crystal launches this thing. Look at it. Straight out, spin, snatch and grab. Incredible. Great looking jump right there for Poncho. Score. We're going to get a review on this one. Hang tight. As Travis Jensen with a big jump here. We're going to review the score. Score coming in, 28 feet 11 inches, 28-11. Taking over the leaderboard right there, Crystal McLaren and MC's Poncho with a 28-11. Going from 26.04 to 28.11. Absolutely insane. Let's move down now to Melina and Hemi. 23.11 first jump. I know they got more in the gas tank than that, so let's hit it right here. Your last jump for the marbles here in Super Elite Big Air Finals. Hemi, if you want to win the race, you got to have a Hemi. So glad to be joined by all of you guys here at the Five Flag Center for our 2025 DockDogs World Championships. It's been a great week here. Lots of competition. So many teams giving it their all here. The staff loves each and every one of you guys. It's been a great competition. We have plenty of jumps still to come tomorrow. And our finals here, we're going to be crowning a Super Elite World Champion. Moments away from that happening here as history is being made. Oh! Great job by the team, but I don't know if the dog broke just a little bit early there on that one. But still, she was able to get the toy up, followed it all through, and got a good jump. First round score was 23-11. Second one coming in with a nice pickup here, 25 feet 7 inches. All right, back to it here on dock and pool number 2. DockDogs World Championships. First round score, Vigor, 27 feet 7 inches. This is Connie. Six-year-old male canine right here out of Columbiaville, Michigan. Remember, guys, it's all about the throw and the sit-stay here in the chase method of retrieval. Keeping that toy as consistent as possible with each and every jump. The practice all year long for this moment, folks. These teams have done a lot to get here, and they're in the Super Elite Finals. The last jump for Connie and Vigor here. Another side turn there for Vigor. Let's see if they got out past their first round score. 27.07 first jump. Score coming in, back-to-back consistency, 27-7, both scores. Nice job. All right, we're coming down now to 27-11. Brianna, Donovan, and Mayhem. 27-11 here. They got to beat a 28-11. They need a foot pickup to tie. Mayhem, the long-legged greyhound here in our Super Elite Finals. Mayhem coming at you, the greyhound. Out into the pool with a big jump. As I'm patiently anticipating the results of this score right here. Jump coming in, 28 feet 6 inches, 28-6 for Mayhem. Second place, moving them up and bumping them up here in the running order for Big Air Super Elite. So far in first with a 28-11 MC's Poncho. And it comes down to one. Your world record holder currently in Big Air. Viper on the dock. Nicole Wolf in Viper with a 28.01. I know this team has the ability to hit over 30 feet. Can we make it happen now? The 2025 World Championship Super Elite Finals, last jump of the competition. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Viper. Take a look at the replay here. A little side kick by Viper. Travis Jensen up here looking for the tail set as it's hitting the surface of the water. Super Elite Finals, last jump of the weekend for Viper. Score coming in. 28 feet, 2 inches, 28 feet 2 for Viper. And as we are looking at our scores here up in the booth, the World Championships, your elite, super elite, biggest jumping pups of the weekend right there. You just saw them, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys are having a great time at home and a great time in the stands watching this awesome competition here. We are at the Five Flags Center for our DockDogs World Championships. It's been such a great week, such a great finals. Lots more to come tomorrow. Run hard, jump far, swim fast with DockDogs, one of the #1 aquatic canine competitions in the world. Amazing how many teams that we have crowned champions here this weekend for 2025. Looking forward to 2026, and hopefully you teams join us out there on the dock all over the country for DockDogs. Travis, my official judge of the weekend here for our Super Elite Big Air Finals, analyzing our placements here for podium spots. Our winners of the 2025 DockDogs Super Elite, 6th place overall. Milena and Hemi with a 23.11 and 25.07. 5th place overall with a jump of 27.07 and 27.07, Connie and Vigor. Your 4th place overall competitor here, Big Air Tier 1 Super Elite, Crystal McLaren and MC's Rosilla with a 27.03 and 27.08. And number 3 competitor of the weekend with a 28.01 and 28.02, Nicole Wolf and Viper. Your 2nd place overall with a jump of 27.11 and 28.06, Brianna and Mayhem. And now down to the floor to crown the biggest jumping pup of the weekend right here with a jump of 26.04 and 28.11. Down to Tim Lake for our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am with Crystal McLaren, Team Bonos with MC's Poncho, your new Big Air World Champion. Crystal, you came into this competition with 2 dogs in Big Air Finals. And the expectations for a lot of people was that Rosilla, the 2-time defending Big Air champion, was gonna possibly take it all. Talk to me about what your expectations for this finals was.
I'm shocked, but Poncho said he's tired of being her fluff boy. And anybody that, anybody that knows Poncho and me's relationship, this is my best friend right here. He's Mr. Consistent. He's just the best dog I've ever owned, honestly. Aren't you?
Now, Poncho, you did an amazing job. You did your job, and you mentioned consistency. It just goes to show that a consistent handler with a consistent dog, you get consistent results. And looking at the Big Air Trophy, you know, looking at some of the greatest names in this sport, you are now the owner of this cup with 3 different dogs. How crazy is that? So tell me, let's go into the mindset of Crystal McLaren. What is it that makes that training edge for you for Team Bonos?
I don't know. I would say we train hard. We do train hard, but we train right and we train correct and we get good results. And I'm a confident handler and my dogs are confident and we have a great relationship and we get it done.
That's outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Big Air World Champion, Crystal McLaren, and MC's Poncho, the reign of the whippersnappers. And I present to you the coveted DockDogs Big Air Cup. And we're going to throw it up to the booth, our native broadcast booth with Thomas Platts, send out the show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the live stream. Really appreciate you guys. And to close us out, my name is Timothy Lake.
And I'm Thomas Platts. Thank you guys so much for coming out to our 2025 DockDogs World Championships. It's been such a great event so far. Great finals. I want to thank all the competitors being out here and all you folks watching at home. We are DockDogs, the #1 aquatic canine competition in the world. Hope to see you guys soon on a dock somewhere. Until then, Timothy Lake, I'm Thomas Platts. Have a good night, and we'll see you next year. Real quick announcement, doors will be open at 7 o'clock tomorrow. The sign for bubble and shut off will be at 7:30. So doors will be open at 7. Cut off for signing.